guys, so for the first part of this semester, we're going to start by studying perceptions and self-perceptions. And we're going to start by a small introductory exercise. What I want you to do is to choose 3 adjectives to answer these 3 questions. First question, how do you see yourself? Second, how do you think others see you? Third question, how would you like others to see you? So for each of these questions, I want you to choose at least 3 adjectives. And the most difficult part is that I want you to try and justify your choices. Okay, so if you think others find you amazing, I want you to justify why they find you amazing. Okay, now, depending on your level of English, you might need a little bit of help with structures. So here are the 3 structures you'll need to answer the 3 questions. I see myself as, and then you directly put the adjective. I see myself as shy. Or you can say, I see myself as a shy person because, and then you justify your choice. For the second question, I think others see me as, and it's the same thing, you can directly put the adjective just after the as. Stubborn, did you? I think others see me as stubborn. Second option, you can say, I think others see me as a stubborn person because da-da-da. Last structure for today, I would like others to see me as, and once again, you can put the adjective right after the as, intelligent. I would like others to see me as intelligent. Or second structure, I would like others to see me as an intelligent person because da-na-na. So there you go. You can now put your video on pause, look for your 3 adjectives. If you don't know them in English, you can look them up in a dictionary. I suggest you use word reference if you want to use an online dictionary. Once you've chosen your 3 adjectives, you've thought about the way of justifying them, you can put them in writing. Okay, you should have now finished the exercise. If you haven't, please pause and finish the exercise. If you want this exercise to be particularly interesting, what I suggest you do is you ask someone you trust to answer the exact same questions and compare them. Maybe you'll find out that there is a big difference between the way you see yourself and the way others actually see you. Okay, we're now moving on. You're about to watch a video about a card trick. I want you to concentrate, please, on the card trick.
Hi, I'm Richard, this is Sarah, and we're going to perform the amazing colour-changing card trick with this blue-backed deck of cards. Now the idea is very simple. I'm just going to spread the cards in front of Sarah and ask her to push any card towards the camera.
Right, okay, let's see. I'm going to go for this card here.
Okay. Now Sarah could have selected any card at all from the deck, but she selected the card which is now face down on the table. And what I'm going to ask her to do is show us which card she selected.
Right, so the card that I chose was in fact the 3 of diamonds.
The 3 of diamonds, okay, excellent choice. That card goes back into the deck. Now I'm just going to spread the cards face up on the table, give a little click of the fingers, and you'll see that Sarah's card here has now got a blue back. Not particularly surprising. What's slightly more surprising is all of the other cards have got red backs. And that is the amazing colour-changing card trick.
Okay, I'd like you to now pause the video and answer the following questions. What was this video about? What was the trick? And finally, how good and how entertaining did you think it was? Okay, now you've answered those 3 basic questions, is there anything else that caught your attention? Are there any changes you spotted? If not, let's have a second closer look.
Hi, I'm Richard, this is Sarah, and we're going to perform the amazing colour-changing card trick with this blue-backed deck of cards. Now the idea is very simple. I'm just going to spread the cards in front of Sarah and ask her to push any card towards the camera.
Right, okay, let's see. I'm going to go for this card here.
Okay. Now Sarah could have selected any card at all from the deck, but she selected the card which is now face down on the table. And what I'm going to ask her to do is show us which card she selected.
Right, so the card that I chose was in fact the 3 of diamonds.
The 3 of diamonds, okay, excellent choice. That card goes back into the deck. Now I'm just going to spread the cards face up on the table, do a little click of the fingers, and you'll see that Sarah's card here has now got a blue back. Not particularly surprising. What's slightly more surprising is all of the other cards have got red backs. And that is the amazing colour-changing card trick.
So, how many of these changes had you actually identified? If you are part of the very few people that had in fact spotted these changes, well done. Now, I'm going to ask you to pause the video again and answer the following questions. What was the trick really about? What did your brain see and why? Would you say the changes you saw were quite noticeable, quite salient changes? So what conclusions can we draw here? First of all, you see mainly what you focus on. Secondly, you're quite oblivious to rather salient changes if you're not concentrating on them. Therefore, our perception of reality is partial and rather biased. And this implies that we miss out on a lot of what is going on around us. Okay, you're now going to take part in a short class experiment. Okay, I want you to consider the following scenario. You've got to imagine that the dean of the faculty, le doyen, has randomly picked out 3 students from my class. Randomly, okay? Now, I want you to imagine the dean tells me, so your teacher, that based on some tests, these 3 people are to bloom in English. They'll make a lot of progress this year. So, in other words, even if all of them may not be excellent students at the moment, they are expected to become excellent before the end of the school year. Okay, if you need time to read the scenario again, please pause the video. So, if you've understood the scenario, this is my question for you. If I believe the dean, will it have an impact on the level of my students by the end of this school year? Okay, so to answer this question, you have 3 possibilities. Again, if you need to pause the video and you need time to read and understand, please do. I'm going to ask you to choose between these 3 options. Option A, the students are likely to slightly improve their level. Option B, the students are likely to end up being the top 3 students of this class. Or option C, it will make no difference whatsoever. Okay, so the question being, if I believe the dean, what impact will this have on the level of my students? Option A, B, or C. You can pause the video for you to make up your mind and choose one of these options. So what did you choose? A, B, or C? If you chose B, your intuition was good. Studies tend to show that, in fact, the correct answer is B. Why? Well, in fact, it's the impact, it's the power of positive expectations. If I believe one of my students, I firmly believe they will make good progress. The fact that I believe that, the power of positive expectations could genuinely influence reality. The power of positive expectations has always fascinated psychologists, authors, and even artists. We can take, for example, the Pygmalion myth. George Bernard Shaw wrote a play called Pygmalion, In your booklets, you'll find a little bit of information about this. Please read it and make sure you understand it. So, as I had told you, quite a number of studies focused on the Pygmalion effect and the power of positive expectations. You are now going to move on to video 2 and watch an experiment that was conducted in a school. You'll need to take notes and answer the questions in your booklet. Once you've watched the video, maybe a couple of times if need be, you can then move on to our next video to watch the correction and check your answers.